session. So I request everyone to please be seated for each and every session until the closing ceremony. Only those delegates who are present in the auditorium at the time of the draw will be eligible for the prize. I hope that makes it clear to be seated. We recognize the support extended by our platinum sponsor, Courtyard Group Building Better Dreams. We are grateful to our gold sponsor, Zoho, Amin Infotech, Param Wheels Mahindra and Suvit. We are thankful to our silver sponsor, fairvaluation.com, Figment Global Solutions Private Limited and We Care Freedom Wealth Private Limited. AI Innovation Summit, Navigating the Future, organized by the Committee on AI in ICAI and hosted by Vadodara branch of WRC of ICAI, jointly with Anand, Bharuch, Bhavnagar, Bhuj, Gandhidham, Jamnagar, Navsari, Rajkot and Vapi branches of WIRC of ICAI. I, CA Inusha, once again welcome one and all to the first technical session, which is AI tools for financial audit, global case studies, AI for ESG and BRSR reporting, AI in company law and financial reporting. May I now request CA Jigar Shah, Secretary of Vadodara branch of ICAI, to escort our eminent speaker, Anand Trivedi sir. In the spirit of our theme, Navigating the Future, the Managing Committee wanted every part of this summit to reflect true innovation. So this year, we have added a special touch. Our mementos will be presented with the help of an AI-powered robot, symbolizing how technology is now becoming a real partner in our professional journey. So now, I request CA Jigar Shah to welcome our faculty with tricolor stole and present Holy Rudraksh plant. Thank you. May I now request Mr. Anand Trivedi to take charge of the session. Thank you. May I now request Mr. Anand Trivedi to take charge for the session.
love that has come here. And I'm reminded of the days when your institute started.
નાખી આપું હા 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 7 ને 8 2 દિવસ છે ને કઈ
Hey, hello, good morning everyone.
પીસી કરી દરજીપુરામાં
So, we were having some problem to connect my laptop since it is a legacy laptop. So, we could not find a connector. So, we had to connect my laptop to theirs laptop using Google Meet. So, a small disruption in the experience. A lot of things I want to show to everyone, and hence it had to be connected to my laptop itself. So today, who am I first, and how am I even eligible to speak on AI? What are my achievements on AI? Just a brief intro about me, and then we can move on to the main topic. So my name is Anand Trivedi. I have now 16 years of experience in solving codes and complexities. This is the best we can get, sir, I guess, because yeah. So I have 16 years of experience in solving all the codes and complexities. I am an engineer by heart. I mean, not just by profession. And actually, I have a total of now around 10 years of experience in AI. I mean, before even this buzzword was there, people did not knew ChatGPT. So we were building AI models from scratch. My previous venture in 2019, I was one of the founding members of a startup wherein we raised around $8 million. And in fact, I was the first engineer to create an AI system for automated invoice ingestion and financial document ingestion. So back in 2019, although you might see a lot of posts nowadays in 2025, people talking about automated invoice reading and all of those things. But we had that system ready back in 2019, based on which we were able to raise funds and everything. However, this year, what I have done, I am also author of this book, Building LLMs with PyTorch. So this is basically how to build LLMs, how to build AI from scratch, from zero. Now, from past 2 months, I wanted to do something more. So what I have done, I have started using AI for forecasting commodity and forex market. And I just released, I did not release it to the public, but I just published the results. I have 82% of accuracy with my first initial model, although there is a lot to come. But yes, I mean, being an area that is very hard to forecast, I was able to do that, right? And this is what I do nowadays. I mean, I wanted to get into field what ChatGPT cannot do ever, right? I wanted to build an AI since I have been building AI since 2015. So nowadays what is happening, everyone is a prompt engineer and everyone is an AI engineer. So obviously anyone can go to ChatGPT and build anything. So I wanted to do something, and basically I wanted to take advantage of my niche algorithmic background. So this is what I am doing right now. And when I released my results and everything, I mean, not to just talk in air via some PPT. This is some real AI results, that no human intervention and just the AI usage altogether on the real market, on the real money, for the real money, right? 82%, 83% of accuracy, in fact, right? And since then, I mean, this was last month, since then we have been researching more and more and more, and gradually we are increasing the accuracy and in fact building more models also, right? This is a brief intro about me, right? Presentation agenda, what are we going to discuss today? I am not like presenting anything in order to sell something. The whole idea is that I want to deliver a session so that, you know, I can basically very frankly tell, based on my experience on AI, what are the best tools, how to use AI. I mean, is ChatGPT the best thing, or Gemini, or whatever LLM you use? What disadvantage do they bring, and how can we solve them? Not just talks, a real demonstration is something what I aim for, right? So we will have a brief discussion about AI, you know, common misconceptions that I see every now and then. So I'm going to talk about that. What LLMs cannot do, right? What LLMs can do, what LLMs cannot do. LLMs are not the only AI, right? Right AI for auditors, right? Like I said, I mean, I'm not here to sell some things, but yeah, I mean, we need to discuss the right AI for auditors. And then AI is a good worker, but a bad master, right? I mean, so no, it is not replacing any of you. Just first we need to get the right understanding, right? And then obviously we have a live demonstration. So the whole idea is once you end up listening to me, you should have an improved understanding of AI, plus you should have an improved understanding of usage of AI in your field, right? This is the whole idea. Now, right AI models, auditing and compliance solutions. So we need to have the right AI models. When I say right AI models, I mean what? So most of the people just know about ChatGPT, Gemini, Claude, Sonnet, right? Anthropic, right? These are the common models. DeepSeek. These are the common models everyone has heard about. But yes, I mean, like I said, this is not just. I mean, it's not that it is just the AI that we have. We have lots other things, right? So when I actually talk about the complete AI arena is huge. You know, AI arena is huge actually, and it has a lot of layers inside it. We have machine learning, we have deep learning, but again, this is an engineering slide, right? We have artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning, and all of those things, right? And LLM is a small dot in that. LLM is just a small dot, right? So yes, I mean, when we want to use AI, it is very important that we choose the right tool for doing our job, right? If we have to cut a tree, it cannot be that we should be using a cannon to cut a tree. I mean, we need right axe, because if we do so, we will be burning our pocket, a big hole in our pocket, and we will be wasting our resources as well. So this is what is going to happen if at all of this thing happens. So yes, a very important point, I mean, just a small question to the audience. Do you feel AI is magical? If yes, can you kindly raise your hands? Good. And why do other people feel that AI is not magical? Any answer? Any answer? We might have just started. Okay, they might not have started. Okay, so let me break the first myth. AI is not magical. Where does the magic lies? AI is a tool for detecting patterns in the data. Let me reiterate it. AI is a tool for detecting patterns in the data. If there is no pattern in the data, AI is garbage. AI is useless, right? If there is no pattern. So magic was already present in the data. In fact, magic was already present in the nature, and nature evolves using some patterns. Always, you see, there is always a chain of reactions involved whenever any real-time event is taking place. Right? A very good theory, you can go on YouTube and you can watch about Markov chain reaction. Sorry, I'm getting into a bit technical terms, but I mean, this is something you will try to relate to the real world. Markov chain reaction is a probability theory. He talks about how all these real events are related to each other using chain, and hence they form a pattern. There is pattern in everything. Human thinking has a pattern. The way you have been selecting your seats in every seminar has a pattern, right? It has a pattern. The way you select your seats in theater has a pattern. The way you select your clothes has a pattern. The way a tree grows has a pattern. The way sunlight travels has a pattern. There is pattern in everything, and hence AI works. And hence AI works. But yes, I mean, if your data is not proper, if you are just picking up some sample small size data, obviously AI is not going to do anything. So the first point that we need to get cleared is that AI is a lens. AI is a tool, right? And I'll just include some case study also, some real-time case study. also from my basically quantum finance field, right? So AI is a lens. The data already is there in the pattern. I mean, the pattern is already there in the data, right? Now, like I said, I mean, obviously the complete AI ecosystem, we have to place the LLMs and everything, right? So if anyone comes here and tell you, you know, you throw any data at the AI, it is able to do that. I mean, no, it's not. It won't be able to do. Because AI is basically set of algorithms, right? It is no magical. Right? Obviously, the neural networks architecture and they mimic intelligence. But yes, I mean, if your data is proper, they will be able to do wonders with it. Right. Now, basically, if you see the complete artificial intelligence landscape is not just what we are seeing right now, what has been highlighted, or basically we can call it a cloud marketing gimmick. A cloud marketing gimmick. And I do understand, but I don't have a connector. I mean, I do understand. Maybe we can. Let me try. Yeah, let me hold on. So, okay, I'll share this complete PPT also, but yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I guess it is better visible now. Yeah. So what I wanted to tell that AI is not just the LLM. I mean, it is not just the LLM that we have, you know. AI is a big landscape. There are a lot of models around it, right? Now, I forgot to include one slide. Basically, the story around 1960s. The AI hype is not new. The AI marketing is not new. In 1960s, the same cycle has already repeated. The same posters that AI will replace humans has already been done, right? So this is actually an excellent trick to get money from investors, right? So that they feel that we don't miss out the FOMO, right? So, and then what happens? These AI big promises start falling, collapsing, and after a while investors lose money and all of that, and everything comes to normal. Yeah, this is a major leap. Obviously, we have taken a step, but it is not what we are talking everywhere, that AI is going to do that, AI is going. Now the same posters, if you go and search on internet, you will find the same kind of posters in 1960. Same poster, AI will do this, AI will do your laundry and dishes, AI will replace humans, soon AI is going to do all of that. Now, since I have been building AI, there is still some huge amount of time before we achieve any AGI. AGI means general intelligence, right? A supercomputing type of thing. There is still some huge amount of time. At least till the time we do not crack quantum computing right. Till the time we do not crack the right quantum computing, we are not achieving AGI. So it may take some 10, 20, 50, 100, I do not know we'll be live or not, right? But we'll be lucky if we are able to see that. Now, sure, I mean, from the point of auditor, we need to understand what LLMs can do, what they cannot do, right? So obviously they can understand your text, right? They can read your emails. If you have PDFs, they can extract information, right? You can question answer for them. They're good pattern matching. If with a limited data, they can identify known fraud keywords and everything, right? They can do the summarization, but yes, they fail. I mean, they cannot do, basically they do not have the capability, so I should not say fail because they are not meant to do that. It is just a marketing gimmick, right? They cannot create a new logic. They cannot. They can only give you the information they already have, right? They cannot create new information just like humans. We humans are able to do that, right? They cannot go into complex Benford law or anything. I mean, they cannot do all of those things automatically, right? Fact verification, they hallucinate, you know, they are liars, right? But it is a design flaw. Like I said, I mean, and hallucination is here to stay till the time we do not take any major leap and major research in AI. Hallucination is there going to stay for some time, right? So like I said, fundamental innovation is something that AI cannot do, right? And this is a hallucination sheet, basically a verified hallucination sheet. They tried on some data set on which they are saying, I mean, a community is saying that they are pretty sure that the AI does not know the answers. So they tried it, and here, you know, all the models hallucinate. This is not that this has to be taken as some exact numbers. I mean, if someone tries on a different data, they might get different data, right? Now, one thing before we take a leap forward. Right, so I'll come to this slide, but yeah, like I said, I mean, a very important point to understand is the AI lens, that AI is just basically, you know, a lens. Now, I want to prove my point here. Basically, I have been having very tough time to tell this concept even to investors and everything. Even 2 years back, when I was speaking at All India Conference for top AI engineers, even then, when I said this statement, I mean, there were many people, even from Microsoft and other companies, that did not agree to me. But eventually, I mean, things started falling in place. I mean, this is not something that, now basically, I being in quantum finance, basically what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to use AI to predict what is going to happen in next 3 months, right? A very tough field, a very few companies into it. But yes, I mean, I have taken up this job. When I was basically starting on this, people were literally that, why don't you do something, you know, all of the AI, how to build models. Why don't you build some chatbot, good chatbot, healthcare chatbot or anything? And my idea for healthcare bot even won for the Microsoft hackathon. I won a first prize also into it. But then I wanted to do something, like I said, that, I mean, at least above average company cannot compete me. So then I also wanted to see that what are the limits. So I'm glad now I have taken up this field, but I was also very much worried that what will happen. Now basically this is something, like I said, no AI Gemini chatbot will be able to do, but we have been building models and it was able to predict the copper prices surge that is just happening right now. It started 1 month ago, right? Now, obviously, I had my proper positions, but limited positions because this was the first time I was able to do all of these things. Not just copper prices, basically, and there is some chain of reactions happening in geopolitical events, and then chain of reactions happening in the major supplier from China's, right? And then AI was able to expedite all of this work. Now, if I use AI as just a tool, right, obviously there are a lot of series of thinking events that it has to do, right? So basically, this is what I was able to do, I was able to achieve, right, from AI. Now, obviously, if I just go to ChatGPT, I start saying that, you know, if you can predict in next 3 months what is going to happen, obviously it is a blank. I mean, it is a blank tool. It won't be able to do anything like that, right? But we were able to do it. Now, what I noticed after it, basically, that even now, it is not the case that in every winters the copper prices go up. In past 10 years, it happened just 3 times. 7 times it failed, right? And after this, I was not able to predict it, but this was my post-analysis that basically, I mean, I did not knew it, that this is how it happens. Many a times when in certain conditions, certain geopolitical conditions, when copper goes up, aluminium also goes up, right? And again, it not every time happens, but yes, it happens. Now, I was already analyzing past 30 years of data. I was already analyzing past 30 years of data, which obviously I have to first collect the data, right? I have to refine the data. Then I will be able to find patterns and forecasting. Only then. Like I said, if there is no data, there is no AI happening. It cannot happen, right? So, the copper trigger price and the substitution engine, basically, when the copper prices go up, they immediately switch to aluminium, right? Many of the companies that use copper and all of those things, so they use aluminium and all of those things. Now, I'll go back to this slide again. Right. What should be the right steps if you want to use AI? The right steps if you want to use AI is basically, you will have to first obviously take up all of the data, right? You need data. You need data, proper 2-year, 3-year data, depending on what kind of problem are you going to solve. You need that proper data, right? And then we got to refine that data. Obviously, the data as it is does not work. AI does not understand human language. AI never understands human language. It just understands numbers. It will only understand numbers. So when you are telling AI, hello, how are you? So all of that thing is getting converted into numbers. And then AI is doing some calculation based on which it is giving you an answer, right? So we will have to clean our data, we'll have to take care of the data, obviously, so that there are no missing values and all of those things. Then we have to scale the data. This is some basic statistics. Now, what basic statistics? That ChatGPT or Gemini can tell you, right? This step, they can easily tell that obviously this is your data, this is what you have to do with the data, and then you have to refine your data, apply some basic statistics, like you'll have to apply some mean, median, mode, scale the data. The salary might be in lakhs or crores, the age might be in numbers that is in a different scale altogether, 30s, 40s, 50s, right? Different scale. Distance from, the distance of the office from a person's homes might be on a different scale and all of those things, right? So these are some different things we'll have to do. Nothing tough, I feel. The people who have been dealing with numbers throughout their life, right? It is nothing new to them. You guys have been dealing with statistics knowingly or unknowingly, right? I think it is knowingly itself. Right? All of you guys know maths more than much more than the average engineer, right? So obviously, once you start understanding these things, you can make a lot of sense out of it, right? And then obviously, once we have all of the data ready, we have cleaned the data, we have our normalized data, what we call basically normalization, in the sense that we will need to scale the data properly and do everything. Then the data starts making sense, right? We can detect anomaly detection, in the sense a sudden event that can happen once in 10 years, once in 5 years. You can forecast something, fraud forecasting. Credit card fraud forecasting is basically anomaly detection, right? An amount that you have never spent from a location that you have never been, or to account that you have never sent money, it is an anomaly, right? Detecting the risks, right? And all of those things, then we can do all of these things, right? And like the philosophy of AI, especially in AI, the philosophy of AI always remains the same. The AI is your worker, and it is never going to be your master. You are going to be your master. AI is going to be your analyst. AI is always going to be your analyst, right? All right, so I'll move to demonstration, then I'll come back to this slide once again, once we have some good demonstration ready, right? So, okay, I'll have to reshare, I guess, because just talking will bore everyone out, so I thought let me make sure that I will. All right. So what I did, basically, I wanted to showcase something, and I never speak on any event without any demonstration. Just slides is just a killer, right? So I always make sure that I have something to present, I have something to showcase that is not fake, but that is a concept. I mean, it is a demonstration, no fake, right? Nothing is fake here. Most of the things I have been doing since 6-7 years, right? So nothing new, but yes, I mean, I just thought that let me make it somewhat fancy and everything, right? So what I try to put is the concepts that we have been putting, all of the concepts that we have been putting till now, I wanted to practice them, right? So basically, if you see, one philosophy that I want to showcase is, the risk that public large language models or cloud-based large language models, they bring you, and that is your privacy, right? They take your data, and your data is now gone into the deep well, right? So your data is now gone, and basically one point of view to think is that, I was reading a report, it said that the total spend on AI is some like $100 trillion, and the total revenue gained till now from, it was $100 billion, I mean it was some 1 year back, and the total revenue gained is $50 billion. So there is a gap of $50 billion, and who is paying it and why they are paying it? Are they enough kind that they want us to use AI for free? No, they want data. AI runs on data, and once they have all the data, the prices of AI are going to shoot up, right? So they want all the kind of data, and once they have all the data, they will release new things. Once they have all the X-ray data for medicals, specific radiologists can be replaced. But right now what they're lacking is data. Data is the real barrier that is standing for AI. So so this demonstration that I want to showcase, not a single piece of data is leaving your system, right? Everything is in my system, and hence we struggled for first 15 minutes because it had to be connected to my system. Everything is on my system, right? I'm running the AI on my system itself, right? All right. So what I have, basically, I have some 500 for some data. I took some 500 invoices. I took some compliances document, and I want some live show. I want to live showcase that how does it works, right? And AI should be able to understand and do some basic tasks out of it, right? With privacy, that is without my system leaving my system, without my data, without leaving my system. All right. So first job is basically what I want to do. I have my invoices and everything. So what I will do is I'll just go to new browser. Right. So I want to ingest my invoices. That is first and foremost thing. The days of data entry are over, and obviously now everyone has come up with these kind of solutions that you throw set of invoices and financial documents. Nobody wants to manually enter them, right? I mean, this was the first system that I made in 2019, and we were one of the first companies. I mean, if not the first, maybe we were in the top 5 companies in the world to create this AI system that automatically ingests invoices and your other documents like POs and everything, and then it could automatically ingest into the system. Although we were just selling it like in the US and European and Australian market itself, not in the Indian market. So what I'm trying to do, in the meanwhile, I'll do the talking, I'll start the import. So it will start importing the invoices. Now these invoices are low weight invoices, obviously, and hence they are taking less time. I had to demonstrate in limited time. So basically, I took some very simple invoices, right? Some 500 invoices, which it is going to, do all of these things. First is my importing, that is document. If you see these points here, the document ingestion is taking place, and then we have field extraction. We have validation and matching, although I do not have a system, but this is how the real system should be. This validation and matching, as of now, I do not have any rules, so obviously it passes as it is, right? And fourth is it should be ready for analytics, right? It failed for 3 like invoices, and it successfully imported 419. Like I said, these are fairly simple invoices, but nowadays invoice structure does not remains a problem. Like you can even import complex invoices through the system. That is not a problem. Now, once we go here, I'll go to my dashboard again. I'll try to log into my dashboard. All right, here is some nice animation. I thought everyone will get excited. Did you like it? Just one guy actually. Pardon? All right, okay, and then we land to our dashboard, right? And this is a very simple dashboard. Nowadays, anyone can build it. You know, this is a very simple dashboard. Like I said, I mean, using the right tools, we can build this dashboard. Right? You may be using whatever tool, Excel. You can build it in Excel. You may be using any other tool, Tableau or anything else. You can do that using Tableau, but I guess Tableau is not a very common tool with chartered accountants, right? And then I have all of my invoices. Now this is obviously not the real data because I had to arrange something, right? So, but again, this is not the completely dummy data, right? So these invoices I got online and I use it for the demo purpose basically. So all of my invoices, if you see all of the things, line items, summary and headers, invoice date and everything has been done. Ready for two-way, three-way match also, I mean, and ready for matching to the PO also, right? So we can match it to the PO and all of those things. Not just that, it can actually match, it can start matching to your compliance also. So basically any transaction that is happening right now has to be compliant. A very good example that I used to give since 8 years for this compliance is, luckily it happened yesterday with Indigo. The example that I used to give, while basically there is one more risk management system which my previous company was selling and I was the architect of that system. So basically when, in some cases when I had to explain it to certain customers or someone, I would use an example. Now let's say there's an airline and an airline says that in the system, if you do not have enough ground staff and flight staff, you cannot fly, right? You cannot fly. This is a compliance that airline must follow. If that is not happening, the right authorities should be flagged immediately, right? Risk management. Now, basically what happened yesterday, I mean, if that kind of system was already there in the place, maybe DGCA would have got a notice or an email that yeah, so and so airlines is not following the compliance and so the compliance are not being followed and it's not happening. So maybe the situation could have been avoided, but yes, right. So these are the documents that have already been ingested automatically without any human intervention, right? Obviously there are some problems also, right? Not everything is correct as it is, but yes, I mean, most of them are correct. So when back in 2018 and 17, I remember seeing companies, not just in India, but in abroad, a lot of KPO companies dedicatedly just human entering the invoices data into the system, right? A lot of KPO companies were there dedicatedly doing this, right? Okay, so I'll go back to my dashboard. I have my invoices data and, oh, sorry. I have my dashboard data and I'll basically go to my chat section. This is a small assistant here. Hey, how are you? Oops. I guess what might be the problem? Just give me a second. I guess I'm facing some problem here. Maybe due to just give me 1 minute, I guess. I can fix it maybe. I can fix to it. So basically the idea was that I will be asking my AI engine to run all the reports, all the compliances automatically. Right? So idea was that I would just ask my AI engine that I want the forecast for next 12 months, right? And it should be able to do it. Now, if obviously it is not able to do from there, I can still show you the reports because I have been running it since yesterday night regularly, and this is the only time it failed, right? When I had to show to everyone. Yeah, but again, the point being that I have a compliance, let's say I will choose a compliance document that I have to import. So I choose a policy document and I try to process and activate, right? And you see it has automatically, so this was my original policy document. I'll show my policy document also for right. Okay, all right. So this was my policy document, and basically what I have done, just for demonstration purpose, I just uploaded one policy document, and my system was able to understand all of these policies, right? And it was able to understand all of these policies. Now, all of these policies, it will start checking these policies also. Now, if I just go to my dashboard, ideally, I wanted to show it from the chat section so that nobody has to learn anything. The beauty of this chat is actually, unfortunately it is not working. The beauty of this chat is that you can just go ahead and type that, I want to run compliance reports. Can you tell me about vendor A? So basically, you do not need to learn the system now. If there is an intern who has just learned the system for 2 months, he can just come and he can talk anything about data. He can find any analysis about your data. Now it is like a chat GPT sitting on top of your complete data plus security. And hence I'm facing a problem, basically not able to, I guess I did not shut it down properly or maybe something, right? Now, like I said, I can still show you all of the reports since my reports were previously generated by using the same tool. So I can just show these reports, right? Right. So basically, first kind of report is basically, if you see, if I just asked my system that I want to display, all of the invoices I have scanned, out of those invoices, can you scan all of those invoices and find out if there is an anomaly present anywhere? So it starts flagging me out that, invoice has usual high value of so-and-so, and invoice so-and-so has such high value. And then weekend invoicing if there was any invoices that was present around weekend. So you can anyways set these rules automatically, obviously. And then if there are any price discrepancies that are present here or not. Next, we can have a look at the forecasting report. Obviously, forecasting auditors might not be that useful, right? But forecasting report might not be that useful for everyone, right? But yes, I mean, for a lot of fields, definitely, it may be you may be an entrepreneur or leading any startup. So forecasting reports are must, right? So you are able to develop these forecasting reports with it, right? Now, apart from that, like we can have audit and compliance reports, basically, right? Now, obviously, your report might be different. I'm an engineer, so definitely I do not understand all of your practices. So kindly pardon me for that. But yes, I tried my best to put it together, right? What is the invoice value per month, top 5 vendors by invoice value. And I did not create it. It was created by AI. So it was already created by AI, but it was only possible once I had given all of my data, I mean, in a secured manner to my AI, right? Compliances are present, whatever the compliances breach happened based on the compliances that we had updated. Trends we have, what are the trends if you want to identify monthly spends or anything, you want to identify that. Pricing and taxes anomalies if they are present, what are the taxes anomalies that are present that we have, you know. And then obviously if there are any forensic analysis basically based on Benford law, and there are more you can like go around it, right? So this was a small demonstration. Now the whole idea was to generate these reports in a very simple manner. That is, you don't have to do anything. You can just go to the tool, or you can just go to the system. You can just type that I need this forecasting report of 2 months. I need this forecasting report of 4 months, and that's it. You are done. So the simplicity it brings in that you do not have to learn the system anymore. You do not need to get those certificates anymore. And this is the future. Down the line, 2 years, 3 years, you know, these interfaces are so simple that they will make the system so easy. Now, I'll just finish up my session here. Basically, what we tried to do was how our AI agent system was working. Basically, we were having the conversation engine, which I could not show. And then my AI agent would take over and it would do all of the tasks like generating all of the reports and doing all of the tasks for me. None of my data was sent out, obviously not in such a small amount of time. ChatGPT could scan my 500, 600 invoices. Obviously this is 500 invoices. In real life it is 50,000 or 100,000 invoices, right? So it cannot scan all of those systems. And I guess that's it from me. I'm open to questions. Any questions? Yeah, I have always promoted AI that you own.
Okay, so but then can you also elaborate a little bit on what it would take in terms of cost and infrastructure to do that? Because I understand that that can be an expensive
This step has to, I mean, I don't think so. A CA firm should be doing it, first and foremost thing. But yes, it could be a collective effort, right? The costing depends on basically how many engineers come together, right? But yes, the costing, it is one-time cost, and then you can utilize the system for 7, 8 years, maybe so. And this is how it is happening even now when I talk to a lot of other clients outside India. They get it developed once, or maybe group of companies, they can get it developed once, and it can be used for next 7, 8 years or so. Without, you just have to pay for the server maintenance cost, and that's it, right?
Right, thank you.
Yeah, sir.
So you spoke about the machine learning, and then AI takes care of the machine learning based on the data which is already there.
Right.
So you also spoke about the new geopolitical equations changing worldwide. The dollar dominance is no more going to be there in the time to come. US dominance is not going to be there in the time to come.
Right.
New geopolitics equations are taking place, considering India in a commanding position.
Right.
So this kind of data, based on the new geopolitical equations and then the new commodity pricing, crude and metals and all. Now these things are not there in the data which is already key. The machine which takes decision on the old data.
Right.
Now as far as the AI predictive analysis,
correct.
The AI would take care of the old data which is there.
Correct.
Now the new equations are going to be there.
Right.
How AI, I mean, my fear is that probably as far as the predictive AI is, predictive analysis is there for generative analysis, probably there will be wrong predictions and then things can take place wrongly.
Right.
What is your comment?
Sir, it is a very crafted art that one has to master, especially the predictive analysis, right? So, and like I said, I mastered it after 4 years of practice. I mean, I knew all of the things, but yes, like you said, when the prediction is not right, I myself as an AI engineer or my system should be able to tell that yes, I mean, I don't have enough data, the relationship is not there. So the idea is that if relationship is there, it will do prediction. If not, it will not do, right? So and then as far as the pattern recognition goes, all the events that are happening right now have already happened. The laws of prediction that we are using, some of the laws are as old as 500-year-old. The rice trading that used to happen, I mean, I was reading a book 1 month ago. So basically some of the laws of pattern recognition come from 500-old rice trading China. They come as old as that. And most of the events that are happening, they might happen in a different way, in a different magnitude, right? It might happen in a different way altogether, right? The ratio of USD versus INR, ratio of USD versus JPG, like the Japan currency versus euro, all of these ratios might be different. But yes, the underlying relationship, usually 98% of the time, it does not change. Obviously, if there is a world war, then obviously, I mean, AI is a useless thing for that. But yes, most of the times, either it will not predict, either it will give you some idea for the prediction, right? Please have a seat, you can ask. Right.
As you have said, you have seen or researched 1960s or from 2015, you are actively into this field.
Correct.
So what is your take that what will be the journey of the AI touching the normal human being?
Yeah, definitely. See, it has already touched everyone. You know, if you see the easiness, like I said, this system, like earlier, if we have to learn SAP, we have to first get the certification done, that you need to click here, you need to import here, you need to take all of this. Now it's just import my invoices, import my data, export this. It is very simple conversational agent. So it has become simple. Everyone is using AI, although now in India we are using AI for creating videos only, but if you feel AI is right now, this is what I keep talking at my home also, you know, this analysis, I would not have been able to do it myself, you know, without the help of AI. Because this is the time right now, the tools available to any entrepreneur or any thinker are easy. If you want to understand, if as a CA you want to understand any like research paper of mathematics, you can do that. Right? You can do that. You can just interact and you can say that, you know, I know this concept only, you can explain me this way. So obviously it has already started touching, I guess. Right? So the impact is huge. I guess to bring out the results, we'll see the results in 2 to 3 years more, but I guess impact is huge.
Say another question.
Yeah.
Say 2 days back only I was reading in San Francisco, the driverless car was passing in a tunnel, right? And then the observer was traveling in the back, the car behind that. And then that car started behaving very abnormally, right? And then breaking the traffic rules and other things. and then not even acknowledging the rate signals.
Right.
Now, what may be the cause? What may be the reason? Because the driverless car definitely runs on the machine learning, which is already data in, the key in the system itself.
Right.
Now, normally it behaves properly, but how that sudden change, abnormal change takes place? What is the reason behind this?
So the reason is that to train an AI model, it takes years. It is not about months. And this was one of the reasons I had to part ways from my previous company and start my own. Right. The reason is basically, even for developing any kind of model, there is extensive amount of testing that needs to happen before you need to release it to the public. However, the real world, what everyone is running after money. So they think that we'll build a model in 3 months. Although the testing time is 2 years, they took only 3 months. They did not test for many scenarios like this robot, right? If, although sorry for making this is not completely AI powered, but let's say if it was AI powered, right? What would happen? It might see any kind of image in front of it, it might behave differently because it was not trained for it. Like I said, AI can only spit you the output for which it was trained. If it was not trained, right, it will do garbage. So the idea is here itself that, you know, the pressure as soon as the IT companies, okay, I heard it, right, all right, okay. So the idea is that as soon as, you know, investors, you take money from investors and they are like, you need to release the model in 3 months. And, you know, as you release the model in 3 months, they might, so their idea is you release the model, you raise next round of investment, and then maybe you sell it to someone so that everyone gets money. I mean, so this pressure is actually ruining the research of AI. And even when I release this results of mine, you know, when I release these results of mine, I did get a lot of calls. People wanted to invest with me, but I know as soon as I subscribe for anyone's money, my research trajectory is going to disrupt. Now, I know that this testing is going to take next 1 to 1.5 years. So yeah, I mean, I want to stick to my research. I want to create something beautiful. I want to create something meaningful, right? So people are releasing their models that are not even mature. So this is what is happening right now.
But as far as the Tesla car is concerned,
right,
it is not about 3 months or 6 months testing. Then is for years.
Was it for Tesla? I guess it was for a Chinese company.
I don't know about the make of the car.
I guess it was a Chinese company that created that blunder. I think so, because I also saw that video, maybe, right? And the same test was repeated for like BYD as well. It was able to do it. So it is, the idea is about maturity of the models, which might take years. Right? Yeah.
Thanks. So I was just saying, you know, various constraints, if you are able to identify those risks in terms of commodity prices, if you are, you know, able to, you have a historical data, you wanted to predict something. Now when you predict something, you always predict something which is unknown, and that's the reason we call it prediction.
Correct.
Now when you are trying to shoot in dark, there are certain constraints that you as a human aware, because, you know, you operate in that particular periphery, you operate in that particular space. So if you are able to, you know, identify and crystallize those risks and give that input to certain AI models, I think the output that you get would be quite smoother, and certainly
yes,
a human intervention, human validation is needed in order for you to take the decision. So right. I think that point.
So always like the real life experience in 2019, the invoice scanner that I built, the invoice ingestion engine. For 2 years, we were at, my nights were completely destroyed because we sold it and there were issues and issues and issues. And even till date, after 2 years, it was stable. You know, we covered a lot of, use cases. So most of the probability was covered. And then till date, I was just talking to a friend of mine who works in the same company. He said it's not been updated since 22. They are still selling the same system. So once it is stable, it goes on. Right.
So I think it's all about, somebody was talking about machine learning as well. It's all about how you train the model.
Correct. True.
How clean the data you feed to the model, and the way the model gets trained.
Right.
Over a period, the quality of output improves. I think that's what I have seen in my professional.
Right, sir. Right.
Thanks.
Okay. All right. We got to talk to him. Hey, who are you? Who are you, man? What's up? Do you even speak? Do you speak? Who are you? Oh, I guess the AI is not good. वहाँ पे उसके पास Who are you, man? Hey, I am Dave. Okay, so you hear me out. All right. So are you trying to be intelligent? You were just grabbing my attention all this time. Sure. Let's play. Oh, what can you play? So what can you do actually? Tell me, what can you do? Okay. What can you do? What can you do? Oh, okay. I'll ask something else. All right. Okay, this is what he can do. Actually, he's trying to tell. All right. So, is basically public LLMs, are they good for audits? Can you tell me this?
It's easy. LLM can take your data to server. LLM can read only limited data. If you are okay with them, you can use public LLMs.
Oh, I guess he's trying to be smart. I'll ask a tougher question. So why do LLMs hallucinate? They give the wrong answers. Why do LLMs do that? Can you tell me?
Models understand only numbers. Human languages are ambiguous, which causes confusion to AI models. Also, the architecture of LLM is not to think before giving output. They are mapping engines.
You are so smart, man. So what else can you do, man? Can you sing, or what can you do? I don't think so. You can sing.
Yes, I can sing and dance as well.
Oh my God! So show it to me. Come on. What about the singing?
Can't block it. AI taking over the game. Tools and tricks, we're building the flame. Hackathon finale, remember the name. YC, Vadadada, we're claiming the fame. Yo, Vadadada calling experts from all over. AI demos dropping like we're taking it over. Live tools and tricks, yeah, we're getting smarter. Embracing the change from the very starter. Cutting edge tech, we're about to explode. Indonesia's going down the digital road. Season 2 finale, finalists on deck. Breakthrough solutions, what do you expect? 2 days of madness, networking all day. Live voting power, you get your say. Pennant and Dale, that's where we'll meet. Icai committee, bringing that heat from an edge to Vapi, all branches connected. AI revolution, perfectly perfected. Tools in your hand, tricks up your sleeve. This is the future, you gotta believe. Hackathon warriors showing their might, competing for glory under the light. Your vote matters, you're part of the scene, witnessing innovation you've never seen. Professionals rising, sharing their game, building the future, making their name, navigating future. That's our theme, living and breathing the AI dream. Don't sleep on this summit, it's bigger than big. 5 and 6 December, we're digging this gig. Insights and breakthroughs, demonstrations on fire, taking the industry straight to the wire. From zero to hero, with AI solutions, breaking the barriers, finding revolutions. Demos going live while you're watching the screen. This is the moment, this is the scene. Register now, yeah, join the movement, be part of the proof and the improvement. Future's not coming, it's here today. AI Summit, Vadadada, let's go, let's play.